A group of people were surrounded by a pack of large wolfish humanoids. One of the people being surrounded kept waving a glowing staff toward any of the adversarial beings that dared move close. In the name of the Atlas Central Watch, I demand you cease your activities. You are interfering with an ongoing investigation. The long-eared one wanted us to scour the Fringe Trail, one of the wolfen beings said as it tried to dart forward. The wielder of the staff slammed its snout with a bright burst of light coming from the larger end of the weapon.
Wizard, you will pay for that.
Having heard enough, Omega flew to the ground near the people being surrounded. All were wearing dark green uniforms. I will let no harm come to these people. They serve Atlas Central and are under my protective care. Laughter erupted almost immediately from the beings that sought to harm the members of the Watch.
You are an unregistered heroic,
the largest of the wolfen beings said.
The Watch will be against you and all of us. Why not help us by turning these morsels over?
My pack is hungry. As a duly appointed captain of the Watch, I hereby grant... The wizard stamped his staff on the ground, causing a slight rumble. What do you call yourself? I have been told I am Omega Zero, she replied, waving fingers around in an arc, laced with purple and black fire. The wolfen being stepped back, not knowing what to make of her sudden use of power. Omega Zero is hereby designated a heroic of Atlas Central, the captain shouted. She may fulfill any act that would ensure the safety of the citizens or the city itself.
What will it be then?
The large being said, stalking toward her.
Hand over our dinner or become the special ingredient.
Lashing outward, she cracked a stream of fire down upon the large being, causing him to howl in agony before rushing back.
Kill them all!
The being roared as he rubbed at where the fiery whip had raked his muscled arm.
Leave the Zero here or for me to gnaw on, Leo.
Ready your arms, the captain ordered of his two subordinates. One pulled out a pair of pistols while the other readied a shotgun. Neither waited for the order to commence firing. The member of the Watch with the shotgun scored an immediate hit with a burst of scattered lightning from the ruined ammunition in his weapon. The wolfen went down in a heap, its face smoldering from the blast. Omega could not help but be relieved. What she had learned of Atlas Central was that all that dwelt within and without were capable of defending themselves unless taken unawares. Tilting her head, she looked to the large wolf being once more, while cloaking both her arms in living fire. What are these beings? She asked as the captain tapped her shoulder, causing a sheen of white energy to cover her. How can you not know about werewolves? The captain asked. I seem to have a lot to relearn, Omega replied. For now, let us make sure we all survived this encounter. There were a total of 7 werewolves. All were hulking beasts with claws and slavering muzzles full of sharp-pointed teeth. With one on the ground from taking a lightning bolt to the face, the others were eager to engage. It was a sound tactic as they had the numbers advantage, but before they could complete their charge into melee, Omega launched a gout of flame at the closest in the form of a giant fist. She felt it connect as if it were her own hand. The werewolf shrieked and ran away as black and purple flames engulfed him. In a panic, it began rolling on the ground, trying to smother the fire, but to limited success. The remaining 5 attempted to lunge at the members of the Watch, standing as close as they could to Omega. A loud crack echoed around them as the captain raised his staff to the air. The sound was near deafening. Almost as one, the werewolves gripped their ears in apparent agony. Both of the Watch subordinates blasted away, taking down 2 more of the wolfen. The remaining 3 lashed out with claws and bites to try and score some sort of bloody wound, but Omega used her wings to launch herself into the air in order to quickly dive down on the 3. You have no idea what you're up against, the leader of the pack said. She will own every scrap of the Fringe Trail. There is nothing you can do to stop what has been put in motion. And what might that be? asked a new, rather gruff voice. Before Omega could discern who made the pointed question, a horrendously loud guttural howl split the air. A moment later, a rather large werewolf, at least 10 feet tall, landed in front of the watch, glaring at the three still standing.
Why do I smell blood on your breath? Well, look who it is, the leader of the pack snarled. The great Lopgaro, once feared by nations, even worlds, now married to a feline and calling himself Meow Meow. How long has it been since you enjoyed a good steak, haunch, or chicken wing? The Lopgaro growled before rushing the outspoken werewolf. In an instant, he held his throat in one massive claw, feet above the ground. When I was cured, I was given freedom from rage, from bloodlust. The same should be for all of you. Make no mistake, I still have a savage streak, but I reserve it for those that would walk a coward's path. He pulled the werewolf close before stating the last bit. Cowards like you. Before anyone could protest, he flung the werewolf into the sky, launching him high above Omega Zero. Shock spread through her as the other werewolves fled. Looking up, she flew higher in order to catch the werewolf before a painful descent rendered him lifeless. And it lashed out at her, making the save tricky. Instead of taking his hand, she grabbed his foot and began a slow ascent toward those gathered below. And with that, I will see you all in the near future, and thank you for listening.